the Tao Te Ching it is noted that the most yielding thing in the world will overcome the most rigid. The most empty thing in the world will overcome the most full. While the ancient Chinese philosophy recognizes the division between the weak and the strong, it also sees the futility in trying to become the latter, because the strong are usually hard and rigid, and that which is rigid is difficult to adapt to the ever-changing reality. The weak, on the other hand, are seen as sensitive and flexible. They are compared to water, which is the softest substance, but can overcome the hardest obstacles. Water does not force anything, it does not compete, it flows and adapts. The Taoist ideal becomes attuned to nature and acceptance and realization take place. So it continues. Stillness benefits more than action. Silence benefits more than words. Rare indeed are those who are still. Rare indeed are those who are silent. And so I say, rare indeed are those who obtain the bounty of this world. Stillness becomes greater than action. Non-doing becomes greater than doing. Thus forcing anything becomes unnecessary. Every action we take according to the Tao should be subtle and spontaneous, not forced. We shouldn't do something because society demands it. We shouldn't do it to impress someone. We shouldn't do it because we feel compelled by external factors. Instead, we should fall back to being water and adapt to the path ahead. The Tao teaches us to flow, which signifies overcoming obstacles by using our innate values and authenticity. To be able to do that, we should observe ourselves from within, but retain a sense of humbleness. We should gently find strength in who we are, rather than being emotionally reliant on outside circumstances. Therefore, the sage knows himself, but makes no show of himself, loves himself, but does not exalt himself. He prefers what is within to what is without. And if we manage to achieve this kind of radical independence and self-control, most of the things we do may become like breathing, almost completely spontaneous. This newly found lightness of action allows for complete immersion. Doing is transformed and becomes non-doing. Action becomes non-action. But being liberated from the wants of outside forces doesn't come lightly. One may be isolated from society, ostracized, abandoned, sneered at. On the other hand, a completely different reaction is also possible, meaning attaining fame or veneration due to the courage to remain true to oneself. No matter the effect, the Tao teaches not to be carried away by it. It teaches humility, limiting the wants of our egos and being immune to what happens outside, no matter whether it be good or bad. To quote, "Those who know do not talk. Those who talk do not know. Keep your mouth closed, guard your senses, temper your sharpness, mask your brightness, be at one with the dust of the earth. This is primal union. He who has achieved this state is unconcerned with friends and enemies, with good and harm, with honor and disgrace. This, therefore, is the highest state of man." Taoism teaches not to rely on the opinions of others, so trying to impress them loses its purpose. Rather than boasting, silence is preferred. Rather than lavishness, humility is advised. When this state is achieved, neither praise nor blame matters, neither honor nor disgrace. This does not mean to be completely shut off from the world. Humans are never perfect no matter their opinions. We make mistakes and we will probably hurt someone one way or the other. Thus, being adaptable and accepting responsibility when feedback from others is valid is important. Being untouched by praise or blame means just that, reaching a level of emotional indifference towards them. It doesn't mean we need to be completely deaf to others' advice, especially if it can let us become better. Thus, some are able to recognize their mishaps and take responsibility for their actions, even if it means putting their reputation at risk. The rigid, on the other hand, seldom have this ability, as they often build relations based on power and on the firmness and perceived indispensability of their characters. More often than not, this is a mirage, and their outside appearance hides the brittleness they feel from within. To protect that fragility, they often become unable to offer emotional support or appear vulnerable to others. They hold to their views no matter the facts that objectively show the errors of their thinking. They lie, twist others' words, and manipulate. They are, in a word, toxic. Marcus Aurelius dealt with these types on a daily basis, and to find out how he managed to do so, this is your next video.